So what's next for Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury? Win or lose? Let's talk about it.
Push the weight in our flex. Flex. The live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. Woof. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. Nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Well, today we get the first press conference in reference to Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. And I know I'm getting what I asked for. A lot of people are happy about that. A lot of people are not. But what I want to discuss is what's next for both men, win or lose. Let's talk about Tyson Fury first, since he's the man of the hour. What happens if Tyson Fury wins? Well, if he wins, he will go on to fight Anthony Joshua. Granted, Anthony Joshua gets past Alexander Usyk, which I just learned that, well, I don't know if it's solid or not. I just got word that I believe there's a rematch clause if Usyk wins the first fight. More on that some other time. But granted, AJ gets past Usyk, which he's picked to do. He will go on to fight Tyson Fury in a 2-fight deal, in which they probably by now they're not going to have in Saudi Arabia. You know why? Because if Tyson Fury so happens to beat Deontay Wilder, I know Bob Arum is banking on that win being his signature win, the real signature win, in which he can sell the fight in the States. And the UK won't have to, well, for those who really want to travel from the UK to see the thing, I'm sure they would rather come to the States than to go to Saudi Arabia, unless there's something I'm missing. I could be wrong, but that's okay. So he'll go on for a 2-fight deal with AJ, and however that plays out, it'll play out. If he wins both, he'll retire. He won't have to fight anybody else. What is he going to do? Fight Dillian White? For what? What's he going to do? Fight Michael Hunter? For what? F.A. Jagba? For what? The new big baby? For what? No, he'll ride off into the sunset. Why stick around and do all that training that he doesn't like to do in the first place? He'll be able to go home and sit on that record and get all big and fat and die of a heart attack probably. Who cares? I don't. But that's if Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder. If he loses, in my opinion, there's nothing left. There's no AJ fight. Not that that's a fight that he wouldn't want. Not that that's a fight that Eddie Hearn would want. But there's no marketability there anymore. I want you guys to understand something. Tyson Fury loses this fight, he loses everything. There's nothing for him. He could fight Dillian White if he chooses to further his career, if he survives. But what's he going to do if he loses? The AJ fight's out the window. Don't think that Eddie Hearn wouldn't try and force that fight anyway, banking on the UK support, but it won't be a huge fight. By then, the Saudis ain't going to pay for that. They're going to say this guy got knocked out badly. We're not going to put money behind this fight. Who's going to come out and see it? We're not going to get no Americans over here. Newsflash, from what I heard, UK don't even mess with Fury like that. They're more AJ people. So they might sell some seats, but nowhere near the seats they were going to sell. Granted, he won the arbitration. So there's a lot riding on this fight with Tyson Fury. He has to win, or else it's over. There's no marketability there. There was no marketability in the first place. Remember? Deontay Wilder threw him a bone. Fought to a draw. I'm just sticking to the facts. Fought to a draw. Bob Arum came in, swooped it in. Played Captain Saberho. Put him in 2 events, and they were both duds. One was a knockout. The other one he looked bad in. Against Otto Wallen. Go figure, right? Bad events. For him to sell anything, he needed a dance partner, Deontay Wilder. He loses this fight, he loses the dance partner. Why would AJ fight him now? What, for money? To give him a shot? To become a unified champion again so he could, what, rematch Wilder? No. For what? He ain't gonna want that back. If the fight goes how I know it's gonna go, he ain't gonna want that back. So that's what lies ahead for Tyson Fury. Win or go home. Where is your home, by the way? You said it was America. We'll see. Now, Deontay Wilder wins. He goes on to chase AJ for undisputed. Well, I'm sorry. Wrong choice of words. He's not going to chase AJ. We are quality control. We're going to hold AJ and Eddie Hearn accountable because, Eddie, you just came off of a whole year of trying to get this undisputed done. So is it really about the titles? Let's see if you have that same energy. Get past Usyk first. I don't want to write Usyk off. Get past Usyk first. Get past it. Then we'll see how bad Eddie Hearn wants undisputed now. Because by then, it should, after the 25th, all Eddie should be saying is, okay, we got to win over there. So after we handle our business here, undisputed. Let's just get past Usyk. Let's see if Eddie Hearn has that same energy for undisputed. Let's see. I don't think he will. But surprise me, Eddie. Make me a believer, Eddie. So Deontay Wilder wins. He'll go on to undisputed, have that fight. I think he beats AJ. They might be a 2-fight deal. Might. You know how Eddie Hearn does. Or I'll give you the fight, but it'll be in our direction and 2-fight deal only if AJ loses. You know how he likes to play games. After this fight, I'm very confident Deontay Wilder will smoke Tyson Fury after this. There's no other way to come to the table but to be fair. So I think they'll have a 2-fight deal. Wilder wins that, and he'll go on to other things. I don't know. Maybe I'd like to see him fight in his first undisputed defense, Dillian White. 600 days! 600 days! Listen, man. 600 days, Dillian. We ain't forget this. I don't care if you came back and won. We ain't forget this. I'll never forget this. But yeah, I want you to be Deontay's first undisputed defense. Because that's going to happen again. The difference is you're going to be reconsidering your entire career when that's done. And after that, D can do whatever he wants to do. He can do whatever he wants to do. Whoever's in the rankings, whatever he wants to do. Because he deserves it. Now, let's talk about if he loses to Fury. He still has marketability. He's Deontay Wilder. He still has marketability. There's names to fight. Guess what? They're going to go on to undisputed over there, right? Fury will go to AJ for undisputed. Granted, he gets past Usyk, right? You can still have the Dillian White fight. You still have the Dillian White fight. He could fight F.A. Jagua if he wants to. He could fight Andy Ruiz if he wants to. He could fight King Kong Ortiz again if he wants to. Deontay has more options if he loses. He has more options. Fury, it's over. It's over. You lose to Deontay, it's over for you. There's no undisputed. You have no belt. No one's going to give you any looks. The only look you're going to try and get will be at maybe some low-level person. With your gloves on correctly, you're just a human being. And you'll be target practice because after Deontay Wilder gets done with you, you're never the same. So win or lose, D gets more. He has more options. Fury has none. He has none. Zero. Zilch. Done. You gotta win. Tyson Fury, you did this to yourself. All you had to do was play fair. Win or lose, D got options. He got options. Tyson Fury has not. So, that's my take on it. You can tell me what you think. We can agree to disagree. But the 24th is around the corner. Get your tickets. I'll be there. Bronx on deck. Move!